Yeah, it was a unique path, but I mean, an amazing transition for me. I always had coaching aspirations. I never really had the aspiration of coaching on the pro level in the WNBA, though if that opportunity presented itself, I would run to it, just exactly why I'm here. But yeah, I definitely thought there would be coaching in my future. And really when I retired and I put that on my Instagram, no more than like 2 or 3 hours later, Coach Walt had DM'd me and asked me what I was going to do after, post career. And I told him, I don't know what's going on yet. I literally just made the announcement like 3 hours ago. And he was like, coaching with me, ? And my heart just dropped. And I was just like, oh my gosh, like that would be unreal because, I knew Coach Walt and Dustin from the bubble last summer, and we would always see each other in the weight room and passing, and just had so many great interactions together. They were amazing people. I love them. I just loved the culture that they were building within New York. I thought they were just, phenomenal people, and I enjoyed talking to them. So I think that our relationship was, kind of hit it off in the bubble, and that's how we got acquainted. And then, then it just went from there. We got on the phone, we talked for 2 hours that night, and I was just like, wow, I might be an assistant coach in the WNBA, my first job out of, not playing. And it was just kind of another like a layer in addition to a dream, living a dream. So I think, I was really nervous at first, just for the simple fact that, I know pretty much a majority of everyone in the league. I've stuck around the game for so long. So it was just, making that jump now being on staff. It's having so many, friends and people that I've met along the way in the WNBA is definitely something where I've, it made me nervous at first, but I really lean on the fact that this is such a young team and I don't really know a lot of the players here. So I just find comfort in that because I feel I can really coach and I can really teach and I can really give my, point of views on things. Whereas if it was such a veteran-based team, like if I walked in and was trying to, coach Sue Bird or Diana Taurasi, I would feel about that, So yeah, that's really what I lean on and I'm grateful about. Yeah, it was before individuals and we were getting tested. And someone called me by my first name, and Ohima, our basketball ops, was like, no, she's Coach Jacki. And she kind of set the tone right there. And I looked at her and I was like, they can call me Jacki. It's okay. But it was just, we're enforcing that early, refer to me as Coach Jacki. But that was the first moment where I was just like, no, it's okay, but it's like, no, I need to set that tone. And they need to refer to me just as they refer to Coach Walt and Coach Dustin and Coach Shelley.
It's been phenomenal. We had our last private discussion last Tuesday, and I think just, one, the conversation that we had based on the book that we're reading or just completed was really inspiring, but also just to see how we've grown from day one to now in terms of the questions that we're asking ourselves, how vulnerable and open people are able to be in sharing their experiences or, what they were still trying to understand, changes that they want to see in our society, like all of that, to see how we've grown was really, really inspiring. And so I was just really thankful because I felt like I learned as much from the group and the books as everyone who joined learned from me. And so to be able to have that engagement and share that experience, it really meant a lot. And to know that people found it really valuable was awesome.
I was just wondering, what was your biggest lesson that you learned in your first year that you'll take into this year?
I think, I don't know if this is the biggest, but one of the bigger lessons I've learned is just appreciating small growth. I think coming in, there were certain things in positions I was being put in that I hadn't had a lot of experience in college or previous teams that I played in. And so going through that transition, it was hard or frustrating to not be able to make certain moves or, have certain skill sets in my bag already. But slowly but surely, as I just continue to put in the work, not everything translated immediately, but slowly but surely I've been able to see some growth. And so that has been really a big lesson for me, being patient, and, you know, not necessarily coming in every day and saying, oh, can I do it now? Did I do it, you know, one day at a time, but maybe within a week or maybe within a month, and appreciating how you're growing over time, even though it's hard to see in the short term. And I just add that applies both to me individually, but also as a team. We didn't necessarily see the results that we wanted in the short term last year, but I think from last year to this year, like, we've grown from the first game to the last, we grew. And so appreciating that over time.
They're probably talking about maybe me being very vocal this year. I've been trying to work on that in the off season. For me, it's not easy to be vocal. So yeah, just focusing on that and encouraging my teammates to do well throughout practice.
What was the biggest lesson you learned last year that you could take into this season?
To take care of yourself, your teammates. The bubble was definitely hard mentally. So I think all of us learned how important it is to focus not only on the court, but off the court.
Thank you.
Thank you.